This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in Lafayette, Colorado. I am here at Aligned Performance, Inc. Since 2004, they have been providing business education, consulting, so that you can grow your business to the next level. I'm here with the CEO and the founder. Leanne, let me ask you first of all, you bring quite a bit to the table here when it comes to experience in business, not only even in investing, but what got you involved in this industry?
I have really evolved over 20 years of business experience. And believe it or not, I started as a software trainer teaching people how to double click. And that soon evolved to teaching people how to teach software and then teaching those people how to manage their team of trainers. And that evolved into leadership development. And that evolved into facilitating groups and strategic planning sessions. And so it really has just taken leaps and leaps every time I advanced in my career to evolve what it is today.
Wow. So basically, firsthand experience, not being a Colorado native, you really know what it's like to drop into a community, not have any connections, and have to launch a business from the get-go.
I certainly do. When I moved to Colorado from Connecticut, I knew two people and I didn't have a job. I couldn't find a job. So I did what most entrepreneurs would do. I wanted to continue doing what I was passionate about. And so I went to the library and I got into public records and I created a call list and I made 200 cold calls until I found my first client and Aligned Performance was born.
Wonderful story. Let me ask you, as entrepreneurs, are we finally wising up and realizing we need to look outside of ourselves, look to other people? We can't do it all alone. Basically, look at consultants like yourself and bring them on, possibly now more than ever before.
Yeah, and especially with small business being as important as it is to our economy, we can't rely on the large organizations anymore. We really are, we being the small business owner, the ones who are stimulating the economy. And business is a team sport. We need strategic partners, we need mentors, we need coaches, we need other people in our industry to talk our ideas through to make sure that we're making the best decisions.
So not only multiple people, but you also like employing really multiple methodologies. Explain to me how the E-Myth book takes part in all that.
The E-Myth, which stands for the Entrepreneur Myth, was written by Michael Gerber. And the Entrepreneur Myth is that just because you have a passion for something and a lot of energy and great ideas doesn't necessarily mean you have the skills to run the business. And it's like making a really good pie. Someone might say, your pies are so great, you need to start a pie shop. In fact, that's the story in the E-Myth. And we soon find out that making pies is a very different skill than running a business selling pies. And so I hope people bridge that gap. In fact, I studied with Michael Gerber in California a couple of years ago and employ some of his philosophies.
Speaking of one of those, the Dreaming Room. This is obviously a tool that you're really one of only 50 people in the entire world that is certified to facilitate that program. Tell me what that is and what goes on.
The Dreaming Room is a boot camp for entrepreneurs, and it's a process that takes people through step by step, envisioning what kind of business they want to create, what their brand should look like based on who they are as a person and what business they are building, and then getting very pragmatic about the systems that need to be in place so that the CEO runs the systems that run the business. And the business owner can eventually take themselves out of the picture and have a business that runs on its own.
I know as an entrepreneur myself, I'm looking for more than success. I'm looking for sustainable success, and that sounds what you're talking about.
Exactly. And especially as business owners, we need to take care of our own retirement. We don't have big pension plans if we're working for ourselves. We have to create that. And we can do that by creating passive income in our business or building it to sell it so we have a profit so we can either retire or start the next business.
Interesting. So obviously one of the key factors in success is communication, be it how we communicate our message to others, how we communicate within our employees, even how we communicate within our own selves. Explain to me the communication tool of Myers-Briggs and how you're able to help there.
Myers-Briggs is just that. It's a tool that helps people to understand what their own preferences are for talking, for learning, for communicating, and then understanding and having some compassion, if you will, for other people's preferences for communicating, learning, being managed, and then bridging that gap so that if you're a staff member and I'm your manager, I'm not managing you to my style. I'm managing you to yours so you can thrive and be the best person that you can be in my staff.
A real customized approach then.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. I know as a business owner, and I've spoken with many, many business owners, we communicate that we want more clients, we want more business. There's also another voice in my head that says, you can't handle what you have right now. You are totally overwhelmed right now. You have no systems in place. Things fall through the cracks. Is that what you're finding as well?
Absolutely. That is the entrepreneur roller coaster because we market a lot and then we get clients and we work on their projects. And then inevitably, those projects wrap up and we haven't done any marketing because we've been busy working with clients. And then we start that cycle all over again. And
Exactly.
it is a challenge to be working on your business while you're working in it so that you're changing from 80-20, 80% working in it and 20 on it, so that you can evolve to reverse that to the 20-80.
Absolutely. Most people are at 100% at the beginning. We're talking about all this data is in their head. And that's what makes it even scarier is the fact that nobody can help you because you're containing it all. And much less for a minute or a day, forget a week, forget a vacation. That gets me nervous. So that's got to be something that has to be overcome in order to take your business to the next level.
Absolutely. If it's all in your head, you can't allow someone else to help you out. And that is just going to mean the demise of the business eventually.
Wonderful. I've interviewed hundreds and hundreds of business owners, entrepreneurs. I found that everybody is really good at doing what they're doing. I mean, the chiropractor can adjust great, a hairstylist does great hair, but quite honestly, running a business is a whole different animal for them. And a lot of times they find themselves doing things that basically aren't the most valuable as far as, doing what they're good at.
Absolutely. And ironically, we start that business because we love doing what we're doing. And then we find out we're so successful at it, there's more to it. And we become a business owner without realizing it. And now we're doing things we're not excited about, but that have to be done. But what I coach people around is to manage the process of things instead of doing it. For example, bookkeeping. My best day in my business was the day I hired a bookkeeper. So I don't do my bookkeeping, but I manage the process of bookkeeping.
Wonderful. So you soon to realize that we can't do it all on our own and let other people that are good at what they do what they do, like you explained earlier. Speaking of that, one of the person who penned the mastermind group, which was Napoleon Hill, made it famous. Explain to me how you're able to facilitate basically a mastermind with others.
Masterminds are so powerful. The people who founded our country, who have built the technology, like Henry Ford, Andrew Carnegie, these people were all part of a mastermind. And it's having people look at your business from an outside perspective and from a consumer's perspective, and so that you can run ideas by them, check your marketing content with them. And in my groups, they're very unique because we have a maximum of 5 people. And what that means is every time we get together, each business owner gets spotlight time to talk about your business. In bigger groups, it takes a very long time, months sometimes, for you to be in that fishbowl. And so our groups are small enough where every person moves the needle every time we get together and we are like that third eye that looks on your business to create new ideas. And as part of the mastermind, I have created a curriculum that goes along with the Business Owners Mastermind, or the BOM, as I love to call it. And in the BOM, we do have the spotlights and people talk about their business, but we step people through the curriculum that is in mastering the gears that turn your business, but it is really at the pace of the group. And we're able to be very organic with the order in which we address the topics for the business owners. And it's a really solid curriculum that I'm proud of.
Great. Speaking of new ideas, I know one of your newest tools you have now is Mastering the Gears. Tell me about what is that and what it's going to entail.
Mastering the Gears,
Yes, go ahead.
My first book was Gears That Turn Small Business, and it introduces the concepts of the 5 gears that we need to pay attention to as business owners. Mastering the Gears is the workbook that goes along with it. And it's very template and worksheet oriented. And the areas that it covers are the fundamentals of the business, the planning systems, which includes your exit strategy, the people systems, which not only includes your staff, but your customers, and as you've mentioned, strategic partners, your systems, which includes your marketing, which you've mentioned, as well as operations and finance. And then, of course, the most important part is the CEO. And I really think they're the crank of the whole image here of the gears, because it's the CEO that has to stay in shape and well rested and have good nutrition so they can be the best that they can be for their clients.
I know as a business owner, quite honestly, I know I need a lot of these things, but I don't have the time even to go out and look for them. Are we talking about, are you able to use technology in such a way that I can learn some of this at home, and do you make it easy in that way?
Absolutely. I recognize that we have crazy schedules as entrepreneurs. We have our business, we have our family, we have a lot of things going on. So people can do this in their own home whenever they want to, and they're quick and easy. They're 30 minutes. They're worksheet based. So home study program is definitely a way to go for the busy entrepreneur. And I mentioned in Mastering the Gears that turn your business, a big component of that is systems. And in systems are the people, and in people are the staff. And the Manager's Toolkit is something that I customize for my clients. And we start with the basics. We start with a culture statement and what it is that people are creating in their business so that they know what kind of people to bring on board who are going to stay, who are going to be aligned with the type of business they're developing. And it helps with the management as well as their being a leader in their business and giving them tools to be an excellent manager as well, because a lot of times they don't have any formal training in those areas. So the Manager's Toolkit is a great option.
Wonderful. Folks, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is her website. On the website, you can find obviously her contact information, but you're also going to see there some of the events that she has coming up as well. She'll keep you apprised as far as any of the events that maybe you can be a part of, be it a mastermind or anything else that she facilitates. You can also see testimonials right there online. Not only people writing what they believe in, but also right there on video, you hear in their words how they benefited from this program. Let me tell you, first of all, you came here to Colorado not as a native. You dropped in and literally went cold calling people and found. Now you've really established a name for yourself. You're part of the community. How important is it for you to give back in a way of volunteering?
It's very important. And my passion is for equestrian therapy and horses. I love being around the horses. They're an amazing, amazing creature. And so I spend my extra time and contribute to the Medicine Horse program in Boulder, Colorado. And it's amazing to see how I say they rescue horses that rescue people. And not only do they give the horses a second chance in life, but the people who come there for therapy really need to connect with another being, and sometimes the only being they can connect with is a horse.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Take a look at the bottom of the screen. Her website is right there. Remember, go from owning a job to running a business. This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know.